Hey, Drone here. What's going on, guys? We're a day delay on this video. I do apologize. I had to take my wife to the hospital yesterday. She's doing a little bit better, but I do appreciate everybody who commented and say, hey, Jay, we wish her the best. I appreciate you. This is the new Syma X8. Comes with a smaller controller, but we already know it's jumper capable. That means if you have an original X8 and you want a controller and you want to fly it with this, you can. It is brutal cold outside. The sun is setting, that means it's getting colder. So let's get this flight on before I turn into a popsicle. Because we're looking at 29 degrees Fahrenheit and dropping as that sun is dropping. Turn that on by holding that button. Gonna hold this button, we're gonna throttle up and down. We're good to go. So, two ways to start this. We can go all the way up and down. That'll start the motors. We can then hold down, I would assume, and that'll shut that off. Or we can go ins, that'll fire the motors, ins will shut it down. This right button pushing it in lightly will be our speed mode. Holding that in, I believe, is headless mode. Let's go. Let's get this in there, see how it flies off of the stock controller. Again, we know it binds to the jumper, so if you have any other Syma controller besides the foldable one, it'll work for this if you want a bigger controller. I'm going to do the ins to start it. We're going to go up. And we're in the first speed setting. I have a little bit of wind drifting back this way. Coming this way, the direction that it's flying in. We have green lights in the back, red in the front. Come on, Syma, you're better than that. Reds go in the back. Put the reds in the back. Tail lights. Green means go. That's the front. So with the little bit of wind that this has, it's not zipping around really well in the first speed setting. It's doing all right. We're going towards it. It's able to fly into it. Gonna put in the second speed setting. There we go. Second speed setting, we have greater pitch rate and we are actually able to fly this. Yeah. Oh yeah, we could fly this now. Those LEDs are really bright, so as long as you can wrap your head around that the green is your back LED and your red is your front LED, then you can pretty much keep orientation as long as you could see those. I would bank even during daytime, you're probably gonna be able to see them. Whoa, easy, easy, easy. I came down too fast. We're just gonna put this over here. Try to get a nice shot of it. Nice little shot there. It's a nice flyer. Even on this controller, it's a nice flyer. On the jumper, it's gonna be even a better flyer. If for some reason you guys like a super small controller, the X20 and X21's controller will bind to this because most Syma's drones are operating off the same protocol. What is going on over there? I don't know what's going on over there. Fire truck over there. Show you the yaw rate. Not a real fast yaw. This did come with a camera. We'll test the camera at another time. It does also have a slide mount underneath that is compatible with most of your GoPro holder accessories. I would bank just like every other X8, this is going to be able to lift the GoPro. This will be a full flight time test. The only other time that I had this on after I charged it was to make the video of the jumper. Let's do a mild range run out. Let's see. If you can see directly in front of me, there's a tree with white, has white bark on it. That is a birch tree. That's about 100-meter mark. And I'm gonna say we're well past it. So even though this is a smaller controller, it is getting good range. But again, Syma, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, they're maintaining the same protocol for all their drones. Again, besides that one, the one foldable drone that actually flew away from me, that was operating off a different protocol. But most of your X5s and your X8s, despite what model is, and your X21s and your X20s and your X22s, they're all on the same protocol. That means they're jumpable. They're jumpable, or if you have a modded deviation controller, then you could have it on that as well. Or, like I said in the beginning of the video, you don't like this controller and you have an original X8, you can fly it with the bigger controller. You can fly it with that original X8 controller. So I think that's good. I don't think companies should really be switching around their protocol every drone that they come out with, because it's not allowing the user to have the ability to swap controllers, to have the ability to say, hey, on this drone you made a better controller versus this drone, so I'm just going to use the better controller on this one, because a lot of companies are switching their protocols up every single time. I don't understand that. And again, like I said, Syma, whether they're doing it on purpose or not, they're keeping their same protocol, which allows a brand new drone like this, if they wanted to, they could advertise it. It's jumpable, deviation capable, because we have the Syma protocol. It definitely could be a selling point for drone companies, and I think they should do it. I think drone companies should be aware that a lot of people are using the jumper. A lot of people are on Devo controllers because they bind to more than just one drone. Because we can have hobby grade controls versus a toy grade controller, we can have hobby grade controls. We can have epic range. I could stick an all-in-one camera on this and shoot this out 1,000 meters and not have to worry about it, because I know the range on the jumper increases the range on these toy grades. I've taken a Syma X5C out almost a half a mile. I took I took a little X20 or X21, I forget which one it was, out over a quarter mile. And that was pretty epic. The fact that it actually lifted an external battery and also an AIO was pretty epic in itself. But the fact that we took it out was pretty awesome. It's getting cold out here, guys. This seems to be getting a good flight time, unfortunately. But fortunately, I mean, that's good. As far as my hands go, that's not good. But you know what? Let's see. I do have gloves in my pocket, I think. So let's see if I can put on gloves. The wind's blowing that way. So I'm going to put this up in the air. I'm going to put this up in the air and try to get some gloves on here. I'm going to put it up in the air, go forward, forward. We're going to let it drift back. Let's see if I can put some gloves on here. I got one on. I'm going to have to put it forward again. Realizing that your red is your front. Putting it forward. See, the wind's blowing back this way. So I'm safe to put it there and then just let go of it and get my glove and put it on, because it's going to come back to me. As you can see, no hands, no controller. It's coming back to me. That is not a return home. That's just knowing your drone. And that's another thing you got to do. If you're going to fly drones, understand how they operate, understand how climate's going to deal with them. If it's not a GPS drone, this is altitude hold, so it maintained the altitude fairly well. But if it's not a GPS drone and you have a wind, it's going to constantly blow that direction. You're going to constantly have to fight that. GPS drones, you don't really have to do that much with, because they'll sit in position. But that actually worked out in my favor, because now my hands are going to hurt a lot less when I get inside, because I had gloves on me. So now I got gloves on. That sun's just about down. It was 29 when I got out here. It is definitely getting colder. This drone is having an epic flight time in this cold. So that's something to be aware of. If you're in a warmer climate, you're probably going to get a longer flight time than I will, because again, I'm in cold climate. If you have no wind, which my wind isn't extremely strong, I'd bank it's probably only like a 4 to 5 mile an hour wind. If you have no wind, you'll probably get a little bit longer flight time. And if you also just fresh charge this and then go out, you'll probably get a little bit longer flight time. This battery's been charged for about 2 to 3 days. I'm sure it hasn't lost a lot of voltage, but I was messing around with it to make the jumper video to show you guys that this was bindable on the jumper. Guys, I am J-Drone. If you have not subscribed to this channel, smash that subscribe button. If you ever have any questions or comments about anything drone related, by all means, down below, definitely get at me. I'm pretty good at getting back at you guys. Suggestions for new videos. If you know drones that I have, absolutely get at me. If you know a drone that I don't have, that you no longer want, by all means, you could send it to me. People have done that in the past. 4 East Market Street. MCADOOPA 18237. Name to send to J Drone, 4 East Market Street, MCADOOPA 18237. It will get to me. That's not my physical property, but it will get to me utilizing that address and utilizing the J Drone name. By all means, if you have stuff you want to see in my hands, you could send it to me. Absolutely. We've had people do that a lot in the past. The 0X drone, full GPS drone, or 0X, Free X GPS drone. We've had XK drones, big XK drone, optical flow drones sent to me. You guys have been pretty generous sending stuff to me within the past year or two, and I appreciate it. Hopefully you guys mildly appreciate it too, because it adds content. LVCs, yes! I get to go inside and be warm and upload this video. I am going to continue to fly it. We are going to mildly just kind of fly it over this area, even though it's everything's frozen. So flying it over this probably ain't gonna matter much. I'm gonna fly it over here because there's more brush over here in case this thing decides to just drop out of the sky. And again, the reason I'm flying it is so you guys know. LVC kicks, do I need to bring it down? How long do I have to bring it down? If I don't bring it down, will it self-land itself, or will it just drop out of the sky? If it just drops out of the sky, that's why I moved over here, so it does it on top of brush and does not break. Also, another thing, I didn't have the caps on this. If you noticed that in the beginning of the video, there are caps that go on top of this. I didn't have it on it because these blades go on pretty easily, so I'm assuming they're going to go off pretty easily, because the box that this came in is a very form-fitting box, and I plan to take the blades off when I go inside. There's not a little tiny screw holding it to the shaft. You actually have to hold the bottom with the little wrench they provided to you, and then spin clockwise, counterclockwise, depending on what blade it is. And we are definitely losing voltage. I'm full up. I am full up here, guys. Bam, landed itself. Nope, shut them down. There we go. So it basically landed itself, and we did it over top of that for a very good reason. Cool drone, very cool drone. I think we got a decent flight time. We'll go over here. We'll pop one of my gloves off. We'll see what time Hat Cam says here. We got 12 minutes 43 seconds. I don't think the windup was too much, so we're looking at maybe like an 11 to 12 minute flight. Guys, I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you like it. Bing! Hit that notification bell for notifications. And if you want to see this channel grow, like I know a lot of you guys, dude, you should have 1 million subs, you should have this and that. Copy the URL, share it to your Facebook, share the video, turn people onto what you like, onto the J Drone channel. I would appreciate that, and we will continue growing. We're almost at 10K, all because of you guys. It's YouTube. This is your channel. Thank you guys.